You are listening to the Social English Podcast. This is an English repair shop or help me fix my English episode. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 255. Today we have a special edition of Let's Fix Strange English at the English Repair Shop. We have a listener submission with some interesting English mistakes. Let's fix them together.
皆さんこんにちは。毎日少しずつ社交に使える英語の上達を目指すソーシャルイングリッシュポッドキャストへようこそ。今日はぜひもっと自信を持って英会話してみましょう。Are you ready, Percy? Let's go!
Hey, minasan, konnichiwa, everyone. And welcome back to the Social English Podcast. Hikari, my co-host, thank you for that awesome introduction. Hey, everyone. Just to say a quick word, this is about learning how to speak English. Okay, I'm here to help you improve your English in a fun and practical way. We will go through a listener's English mistakes and help fix them. Today's episode has 5 parts. We'll hear the listener's submission, meaning their wrong English. We'll correct it. I'll give you some advice and pointers, meaning some hints, hinto, for the Japanese listeners. I will read it again, the correct way to speak at a faster native speed. This way, you, the listener, can practice understanding the speed of a native English speaker. Lastly, I'll give you a small quiz on what you've learned today. Are you ready? Well, let's get started.
すべての英語修理店のエピソードと同様に4つのパートがあります。パート1では英語を勉強している日本人が間違って言ったことを正確に聞くことができます。パート2では会話型のソーシャルイングリッシュスタイルで正しい英語を聞くことができます。パート3ではパーシーはあなたが同じ過ちを犯さないようにするために彼が重要だと考えるヒントをあなたに与えます。パート4でパーシーは正しい英語版を高速で自然な速度で言います。このようにしてネイティブの速度で英語を聞く練習をすることもできます。
In our first part 1, let's go through the wrong English with the listener's submission. 例えばFor example, listen closely. 聞いてください. When I took a train, I had beer again. Young guy took a seat next to me again. So I tried to open and drink a beer very silent. But actually, he had beer and very smelly Chinese bento. I wanted to say kanpai to him. Okay, so that is the wrong English from the listener. What did you hear? How would you fix these mistakes?
英語を学び始めたばかりのリスナーの皆さん、こんにちは。ソーシャルイングリッシュポッドキャストの今日のエピソードはあなたのためです。それでも問題が解決せず、このエピソードの英語が理解できない場合は、ゆっくりとエピソードを聞いてください。頑張れ。
Okay, let's move into part 2, the correct English at a slow pace. We will talk about this in a more natural, conversational English style. Okay, a social English style. I will say this slowly. Please listen, everyone. Here it is, the correct English. 聞いてください. When I was on the train, I had a beer again. A young guy sat next to me. So I tried to open and drink my beer very quietly. But he also had a beer and a very smelly Chinese bento. I wanted to say cheers to him. I hope you liked that. That is or was the correct version of a social English style of speaking, of correct English. Let's start part 3. Here are my tips and hints to help you not make these mistakes. Hint 1. Verb tense. Use was, not took, for actions in the past. Hint 2. Use a or an before a singular noun like beer and seat. I had a seat. I had a beer. I bought an apple. Something like that. Okay? So use the a or an. Adverbs. Hint 3. Use quietly instead of silent to describe how you did something. Quietly is a more social English, really a more conversational, a kaiwa English. Quietly. You can use silently, but it's not common, not normal. Hint 4. Last tip for today. Kanpai is the same as cheers in English. So when you are having a drink with someone in Japan, you can say kanpai, but it is better if you are drinking with someone who is a native English speaker to explain kanpai is cheers and have them say kanpai and you say cheers. Okay, now let's go to one of my favorite parts. Let's do part 4, native speed. Please remember, this is to help you learn how to listen to native speed so you can understand it better. Please listen to the correct English one more time at natural native speed English. Okay, here is a native English speed. 聞いてください. Please listen. When I was on the train, I had a beer again. A young guy sat next to me, so I tried to open and drink my beer very quietly. But he also had a beer and a very smelly Chinese bento. I wanted to say cheers to him. Okay, everybody, now it's your favorite time of the episode. Let's have a quick quiz. Can you remember the correct English? Please think and fill in the blank. When I was on the blank. Let me rewind that really quickly. When I say blank, the word blank, please think what is missing. That is the quiz. Please think what word should be in blank. If I say, I want a orange blank, you should think orange juice. Blank is the juice. Okay, so let's start again. So please listen when I say blank. Think what should be there. What is missing? When I was on the blank, I had a beer again. A young guy sat next to me, so I tried to open and drink my beer very blank. But he also had a beer and a very smelly Chinese blank. I wanted to say blank to him.
このショーを気に入っていただけたら5つ星のレビューをぜひお願いします。
Well, there you have it, everyone. That is the episode for today. For today's action item, your homework. Try using cheers in a conversation with a friend when you are having a drink. So, in your country, maybe you say kanpai, like Japan, or skol, or something like that. But try to use cheers. This will help you understand how in English, how native English speakers in English-speaking countries cheer each other or salute before taking an alcoholic drink. Well, that's it for today's episode. Once again, please leave a review on Apple Podcasts and subscribe to the Social English Podcast on our YouTube channel. You can also find some video shorts at the YouTube channel and TikTok. If you have any questions about English, contact me at Social English for Japanese on Twitter. I will see you next time. Peace and love.
今日は楽しい時間をありがとうございました。ぜひ私たちのウェブサイト realsocialenglish.com を訪問して日本語訳と役立つ情報を手に入れてください。また次回お会いしましょう。バイバイ。See you next time. Bye bye.